Hello and welcome to this new lesson in which I'm going to explain how to download and install MPLAB X. Open your web browser and go to google.com. Now write MPLAB X IDE download and click on the first result. Scroll down until you reach this section, and from here you can choose Windows, Linux, Mac, or any other operating system. Now for our case, we will use MPLAB X IDE, the Windows version, and just click here. Your download will start, as you can see here. Now once the download is finished, you can get the MPLAB.exe file. It will look like this. Double click on it. This is the installer exe file. As you can see, this is the user interface. Click next. Click I accept, then next. And here you can choose the installation directory. And if you are using a proxy, you can select to use system proxy or no proxy option. I will leave these to the default. Click next. And from here you can choose what you want to install. Now, as you can see, in our case, we are working with 8-bit MCUs, and this is the one that we need. We don't want the 16 or 32-bit, and you can select other MCUs if you are using them. I won't use them. For now, I will use 8-bit microcontrollers. I will install MPLAB X IDE and MPLAB IPE, or Integrated Programming Environment, and you need to click this to help them with the software development process. Now I selected 8-bit MCUs. Again, you can select all of them if you have space. As you can see, it will take 1.6 gigabyte for the 16-bit and 3.1 gigabyte for the 32-bit. Now click next. As you can see, setup is now ready to begin installing MPLAB X IDE on your computer. Click next, and the installation process will start. It will take about 4 gigabytes from your hard drive, and will take some time to unpack files and download and install these files. Now, once the installation is finished, you will see this message. It's telling you that the compilers are not installed with the IDE, so you have to go to Microchip, MPLAB XC to download a compiler or assembler, depending on your needs. And if you want to install the Harmony to simplify 32-bit project development, you need to download the MPLAB Harmony, and it's not downloaded and installed with this version. Now, if you need to simplify the 8, 16 or 32-bit project development, you need to download MPLAB Code Configurator. Now, what we need is the XC compiler, so simply uncheck these two, click finish, and you will see this window. It will open up and it will show you the XC compilers, and you can choose from them and download the right one for you to use. Again, what you need to do at this point is download the XC8 compiler. So go to compiler download, and as you can see here, we have more than one. We need the XC8 since we are dealing with 8-bit microcontroller or MCUs. Just click this button and you can choose your operating system to download the installer. As you can see, now the installer is getting downloaded, and since we already have the file, double click here. Now you need to start the installation process. Click next, I accept, next, the free version, and keep clicking next. As you can see, this is the Microchip, the compiler directory, and check this, add XC8 to the path environment variable, and apply settings to all users. Click next, next, and now as you can see, the installation process will start. It will take some time to unpack the files, and once the installation is finished, we can start using the MPLAB IDE. Now, as you can see, installation complete, so click next, then finish. Now you can simply go to the start menu and look for MPLAB. This is the Microchip MPLAB X IDE. We can drag it here, click once to run the software. As you can see, MPLAB IDE from Microchip, and it's a free software that you can use to write C codes for PIC microcontroller or any other type of microcontrollers. Now you can use it with PIC 8-bit, 16-bit and 32-bit microcontrollers, and we explained how to download the associated compiler and installation file for each of these. Now click allow access. This is the user interface, and as you can see, this is the start page. You can create a new project from here. You can choose from the samples. As you can see, we have LCD demos, or you can choose Microchip embedded or other embedded. Now there is also generic. If you want to use Microchip embedded, you can select standalone project and click next. From here, you can choose the device. As you can see, there is a lot of devices, Atmega, Atmel, PIC, 16F, and you can choose PIC 16F 4000, which is a very common microcontroller. As you can see, or you can write the name down, PIC 18F 4520. This is it. Now you can choose the simulator to be enabled, then click next. Here it's asking you to select a compiler. We will use XC8. Click next, and here it's asking you to write a project name. Let's call it a watch dog timer code. Now set as main project, use project location as the project folder, and leave the encoding, then click finish. As you can see, this is the project files. You can simply play with these project files and add header files. You can add source files, you can add libraries. So depending on your project, you can adjust this. Thanks for watching this lesson on how to download and install MPLAB X IDE and the XC8 compiler. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team.